One of the red-hot favourites for the Masters of 2025 is Rory McIlroy. This is his swing design sequence, but there's so many different ways to take in what is an impeccable action by the Northern Irishman. One of them is the skyscope. So let's head across and find James and Henni.
Yeah, thanks, Nikki. I'm joined here by James. We're going to take a look at Rory McIlroy's golf swing and what makes it so athletic, so dynamic, and so like James's very own golf swing. Because I just found out that he is a long drive champion, and you've got a little bit of power going for you.
I do have a little bit of power. Yes,
do you
he
see
does.
any synchronicities between Rory's action and maybe what you see in long drive?
Yeah, there's a lot of crossover, I think, especially when it comes to using vertical forces in the ground. We obviously right side load, and you can see Rory move into his left side and push really hard through that left hip. And then obviously, as we know, his hips are very quick at turning. That's where he gets a lot of that rotational speed from as well.
So let's take him up to the top of his backswing and then show exactly what you're talking about. So here we are, he's loaded. What do you see? What would you like to highlight here? This left side, this left hip?
Yeah, you can see what he does very naturally is he actually gets into that right side and turns hard into that right hip, which is why you see that left leg kind of like cave in a little bit here. Mm-hmm. So what you're going to see is when he gets to the top of the swing, he's then going to like plant a little bit harder into that left foot, really push hard, and that's when his hips fire. He just generates all that speed.
So it's the up-down force that he's using with the ground.
Yeah, and it's just so effective, and that's the kind of crossover with what we do. We do it a little bit more extreme. You know, you'll see guys like Kyle Berkshire, like feet are off the ground. I'm like that as well. I actually step back. My left foot will be off the ground before even coming into the ball when I'm trying to absolutely send one. So there's a lot of similarities, but his is just in a much more controlled state. And
if we come round here and we look at his hip opening, so you imagine you're at the driving range, you're trying to swing it like Rory, like James, get some extra speed, club head speed, ball speed. And I want to show how open he is. So if we come a little further round and the hip starts opening, I know this causes a lot of confusion for people at home because they go, I know I have to like move laterally slightly, but then at what point do I start opening up? How does that work?
Yeah, so I always look at it as, you know, when you've got the driver, the left ball's on the foot, I'm not going to move forward past that point. So if I move this hip, literally snap it back that way, then it literally clears that left side and allows me just to hit up and keep that, and basically hold that club face square as long as possible, just to absolutely send it down there.
I love it. The tips and secrets of a long drive champion and Rory McIlroy, plus Nick and myself here in the Sky Sports studio, showing off all of our wonderful technology ahead of the Masters. So get yourself onto a golf course or a range and try and practice some of those.